Hi guys! For today's mukbang, I'll make some Chinese pork noodles. Here I made the noodle dough earlier. Here is how you're gonna make those noodle doughs. To make this dough, it's pretty easy. We will need a big pinch of salt, 200 grams of flour, 1 whole egg, and a bit of water. Now we just mix it until it's forming a dough. Now we just knead it slowly to mix everything. Now we can add in our water slowly. Now our dough is forming like a ball. We just need to keep kneading this for 5 to 10 minutes. Can put a bit more flour when the dough is really wet. Now we can set our flour dough aside for at least 30 minutes. The longer you let it sit, the easier you could pour the noodle later. So it has to be very patient. Now let's make our noodle. We will need a bit of vegetable oil on top of the chopping board. Just brush it over. Put our dough on top. It's a pretty sticky dough. Okay. Press it flat. Brush more oil on top. Now we're cutting our dough to strips. Now take one of the strip and press it flat. Make sure both sides are rubbed with oil. Then put it into our bowl. Like that. Then we just do the rest. Now sitting all our noodle doughs in our bowl and set aside and let it sit for another 20 to 30 minutes. I cooked a pot of hot water. We are going to make this noodle and cook it at the same time right away. So let's give it a try. Just going to pour this, so hopefully it has enough oil on it. It's not going to break, and it's better to thinly press it in the middle so they are not going to break. It took a long while to make this noodle dough, but hopefully it's all worth it. See how it goes really long. also boiling now. This is a bit different. Have you ever heard of la mian, which is from the west part? And this is more in the middle of China. People make this kind of noodle. I actually never heard of this until I came here, met a bunch of Chinese students in the language schools, and they told me I could make this kind of noodle. So I thought I'd give it a try, and it looks pretty good. Now I think we're just going to cook this in the hot water. Now we could make the rest. This is a pretty big dough. I guess you can cut it in the middle. So it's a pretty dense noodle. It's fresh. Looks pretty good. So today I was running around the whole morning, trying to get apostille. Don't know if you know what is apostille. Apostille or apostille. Don't know. But German bureaucrat. I don't know what to say to them. Really totally disappointment. I was at 3 different locations, 3 official offices, I don't know, and they just telling me to go to other places because they don't do it. And I need this to change my name on my German passport. Sorry, my Australian passport. But they're just pushing me around the whole morning. When I go to the last correct place, they told me it was too late. They closed like 3 minutes ago. I was so upset, but I couldn't do anything because that's the fact in Germany. Really terrible bureaucrats, really terrible governments. There's no efficiency in this country when it comes to governments. Sometimes really rude. I don't know how could they deal with millions of refugees at the moment, but it's just packed with people, and all the information you get from them is incorrect, and that's how they work. There's no proper system like America, Australia. Lots of people migrate too, so they have a proper system how to deal with these people. But right now in Germany, it's just a mess. It's pretty good. So I need these documents by Wednesday, and I brought our wedding certificate, and the woman was totally rude. She just said, go to the other office. And I said I was at the other office, and then told me to come here. And then she just said, did you explain it properly? And I showed her my marriage certificate. She was like, oh, it's not from this city, we don't do it here. And I said, So should I go to the other city to get it? She can't answer my question. Just push me around, saying we don't live here. Totally upset me. I'm totally pissed off by those people. There are many of those government offices work only half day, and their attitude is so terrible. It's like everybody owes them $1 million or something. Terrible. Let's see how long I could pull this one. Oh, broke it. It's probably enough for me. Just so much to do recently, and also because my parents are here and they can't decide where they want to do it. It's also terrible. First, I planned the trip. So we're going from Munich to Salzburg, but from Salzburg to Vienna, it's really far away. So I said maybe we shouldn't go there and just spend 2 more days in Paris then. But my aunt was very She insisted we should go. She wants to go, she said. She wants to visit Austria properly, but it takes so long. It's like it takes about 1.5 hours to take the bus or train, doesn't matter, from Munich to Salzburg. But from Salzburg to Vienna, it's very far. It's like 3 hours, 3.5 hours, or 3.5 hours. So how do we get back? Then when we back from Vienna to Munich would be another 6 hours. Then from Munich, drive all the way back to Karlsruhe is another 3 hours. So 3-4 hours. So it means 9 to 10 hours on the way just to visit Vienna for half day. And I don't want to do this. But for my relatives, because they don't come to Europe that often, they want to see as much as possible. But I don't see the point. So I said I don't want to go. Then they decided maybe they would take a travel agency from China. So this person, the private person living in Munich, I assume, going to drive them all the way from Munich to Salzburg to Vienna, and from Vienna drive back to Karlsruhe and charge them like a huge amount of money. And I said I don't care if they want to do it. I'm not against it. I don't against it, but I'm not going to do it myself. So my husband and I, we are just going to Salzburg, and then we drive back. And my parents go traveling with us, and my aunts, they could do whatever they want, because if they have money and they want to do that, they could do it. So that was the plan. And then after maybe 6 hours, they decided that they're going to take the airplane. So they found a proper agency who is going to fly them from Munich to Vienna, then from Vienna drive to Prague. So they decided they want to visit Prague instead of Paris. But earlier, when I was planning the trip, they insist that they definitely want to visit Paris and want to visit Vienna. So it's such a mess. My noodle is ready. It looks fine. See how good they are. Cool. I could make this for my husband too. Now I'm going to make a sauce for my noodles. So I have some ginger and garlic. If you have spring onions, you can put some spring onions, but I don't have at home anymore. 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. And half tablespoon of vinegar. Oh, not too much. That's okay, I'll put in 1 tablespoon. You always can do this mixture, different ratio of soy sauce and vinegar, and it tastes different, but that's pretty much Chinese food. Soy sauce and vinegar. And a bit of my chili sauce. I just put maybe 1 teaspoon. It's super spicy. Okay. Let's give it a try. Really chewy noodle. Still have a lot of dough, so I'll make this for my husband tonight. Just seal it. It's really difficult to travel with my parents. Well. And now we are traveling, not just my parents, but my aunt and uncle and 2 cousins, and just crazy. Everybody wants to go everywhere because my parents have been to Europe once. We took them around in Germany, like the Neuschwanstein. But my uncle, he has never been to. And his daughter, my cousin, who studied here. So she studied here in France, Marseille, for about 1.5 years. But she never got a chance to travel around, and he never came to visit her. That's why he really wants to visit France. But then my aunt really wants to visit Austria. But it's totally 2 directions. And I'm in the middle trying to book something, and they just give me new ideas every day. Today is like they're gonna go to Paris. The second day is like they want to go to Vienna. And the third day is like they want to go to Prague. So they want to go everywhere, but they don't know how far away these cities are, and it's impossible to drive ourselves to go that far and still enjoyable to have a proper holiday. And it's crazy. Yeah, I'm just under so much stress at the moment. And I have to order hotels for them. Altogether, I have to order hotels for 10 people. And you know how difficult it is to book hotels here. That's my drink. also have to rent a car for them. They want a certain type of car. They don't want this brand of car. They don't want the other brand of car. I'm not like a travel agency. I'm not professional. I don't have the time and ability to work with them. I know it's how difficult it is to get a visa, for Chinese to get a visa. Actually, it's not that difficult right now. But you need lots of paperwork. So I understand why they want to go all those places and visit as many cities as possible, go to as many countries as possible. All they want is go there, take a couple pictures, and then to show later when they are back in China, they were in those cities and countries. But it's crazy, the Chinese traveling style, how they could travel 10 countries within 10 days. All they do is sit in the car, get off, take a few pictures, back into the car and drive to the next country. And I can't do that. It's just wasting so much time and money. It worth nothing to me. So I was so pissed off, and I also have so many things to do for the wedding. And I also have a cousin who is living in Hong Kong. She's coming to visit me too, and she came one day later than the rest of the group and leaving one day earlier, which means we have to pick her up on the second day, and it's so far away. It takes more than an hour to drive to Frankfurt airport, and we have to do this. I guess when sometimes I feel like it's better not to having like so many relatives around, so you get a piece of quiet. You don't have to work so much for them. But I guess when you're really alone and you have no family around, it's also a bit sad. But this is a total disaster for me right now. I guess this is really for people who like to eat tough noodle. And my chili sauce, crazy spicy. By the way, I'm getting a new camera from China. My parents are bringing here. It's a bit cheaper than getting the camera here. A couple of €100 cheaper. I don't know how much it costs in the rest of the world, but I'm getting a Panasonic Lumix or Lumia. Forgot the name, but this is G8. The model name, maybe it's G8. I can't remember anything. Or GX8. But my husband found it for me, which is good camera. It's a picture camera, but it also can take 4K videos. And the good thing about this camera is the screen. You can just flip it, so it will be a lot easier for me to film vlog. Unlike iPad, I can't see what I'm filming. Or I was also considering a model from Sony, but the problem is it doesn't have the flipboard screen, so that's a bit of a problem. But with this new camera and new lens, hopefully you would see better pictures than right now. And I also bought a huge gorilla pot. So with that, I'll be able to film myself and possibly film the cooking videos myself without my husband, because it just takes too much time of his to film his stuff and also my cooking videos. Maybe I'll just use this camera more often and film myself more often. Disaster. This is really super spicy. If you ask me to rate how much spicy it is, I guess I would give it 5. Flame. Wow. If you haven't seen my on the chili sauce, I'll put a link in the description box. Oh gosh. But I guess I can do this, I can finish this. No, it's like eating spicy food is like pleasure and torturing at the same time. Like you're suffering, but it just makes me so happy. It has same effect like chocolate. Okay, all my anger, all my sadness out with this spicy food. Maybe I'll make another cooking video tonight, and that will be finish off this week. Everything, because just so much to do before the wedding, and I have to prepare lots of stuff. We're going back to Hebron Thursday, possibly, or Wednesday or Thursday. See me next week on YouTube. It will be a much better professional video than right now. Super excited for my new camera. Disgusting. Well, more videos like this one, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Oh my god.